scored from that action, but Ufuk-Talay will get them in there and iron out a few of those things that they seem to lose their way in that last 10 minutes, and they'll come out full of hope that they can turn this around.
Quick one for you. What does Wellington need to do to get back into it?
Get Davila more on the ball, and I think David Ball, like to see him get more involved as well. A lot of his work has been done defensively, but if they go quick, they'll have a chance. But Newcastle very dangerous on the break.
And quick one about Newcastle. What do they do
Newcastle,
to make sure they see through?
Well,
and get
they've got to defend the way they are, and at every opportunity when they get the chance, because you expect Wellington here at home, the way they play, to dominate again possession, but when they get the chance, as they did with the goal, to hit back at Wellington.
Robbie Slater, thank you very much. We're going to go to a commercial break now and join us after the break for all the second half action live here from Winns Stadium, where Newcastle go in 1-0 to the good at the break against Wellington Phoenix.
Still right to drop them off?
Where were you thinking?
How about Macca's again?
Which one? There's two of them.
If you're facing north, turn right at the one on the left.
Seriously?
Traffic is building up on the freeway, but looks like traffic is flowing freely past the Macca's on Church Street.
Oi! Man, that was so hectic.
Now is the time to get outside and do those big projects. It's put that retaining wall in, put those pavers down and get that deck built.
If you are looking at doing some home improvements, our DIY videos online are really good for that. They make it simple, and if you can do it yourself, you can save a heap of money.
It doesn't need to cost a fortune to make your outdoor area look great. You can come in and you can do it for a great price.
Summer's a great time to do those bigger projects.
Shop at Bunnings wherever you are, whenever you want.
Ben Cunnington, AFL star, talks about his hair loss.
The best thing about having my hair back is probably my self-confidence.
Call Advanced Hair Studio now.
Just like I did.
Call 1300 Advanced now.
We're announcing something big. The big deal is now on at Mazda, and we're putting value on 2020 plate vehicles front and centre, like CX-5 Max from $32,990 drive away. Search Mazda offers today.
Lock it in, baby.
I can't believe we fixed a rate this low.
I know. No more ups and downs or watching rates change again and again.
It's just us and our pad. Just search Westpac Fixed Rate or talk to a broker today.
Window fully pinated? Some insurers don't have an option to fix it excess-free. But luckily, Amy does.
You're with Amy.
It's sweet and so irresistible. Take your summer pick-me-up to the next level with a delicious McCafe flavoured iced coffee. Drive through today.
There's never been a better time to explore and appreciate our own backyard, and what a rare and beautiful place it is.
Within the gold and the green, there is history and drama like no other.
From its savage and untamable coastlines to its mesmerising, glittering bays. Unlock its secrets. Discover its story.
This is Coast Australia.
Mondays, 7:30 on the History Channel, or watch on demand.
A bold new Aussie drama is coming to Foxtel. Starring Harriet Walter, Frances O'Connor, Noni Hazelhurst and Roy Billing. The End begins February 2 on Fox Showcase.
Oh boy, she's on now! That's off the scale!
Well, that doesn't fire you up. Nothing will.
So it's all to play for.
Welcome back to Wollongong. Valentino Ewell with the only goal of the game so far. Newcastle 1-0 up at the break. Wellington's coach, Ufuk-Talay, good enough to join us. Ufi, did you ponder any changes at the break?
No, I think we were playing some really good football. I think we started very positive. We had them on the back foot, created a couple of opportunities, but didn't capitalise and got hit in transition from Newcastle.
So your main message to your team just now?
To continue what we've been doing, and we'll create chances, and we need to make sure we're clinical in front of goal.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Well, this is Davila. Had his moments. A beautiful strike came pinging back off the woodwork. And now they've got the breeze at their backs. Take two. We can't have 4 blokes offside. And not even one. Valentino You're still making his way back. This time we're away in the second half. So no changes for either side. Robbie Slater, you're surprised at all by that as O'Donovan gets in behind and hits the side netting?
No, not at all. I think both sides had their moments, and Wellington dominated possession. And there's a strike from Roy O'Donovan looking for a goal. This straight from the kickoff. He didn't really defend it that well. Just goes him behind Laws, and he has to hit it because there's no one in the middle and into the side netting.
And now Ball picks up the scraps, ran into Bogard though. Don't see too many kick-off routines lead to an immediate shot, so that'll please Craig Deans if that's how they drew it up. McGarry still going, the left back, and that strike is decent as well. Side netting hit at that end. He's filling the boots of Libby Kakachi pretty well.
Well, what a brilliant run as well. So positive. Cuts on the inside, nice and fluid with this one. Touch, he's looking up and he thinks, I'll take this on myself, and it's not that far away. You see how worried Jack Duncan was at full stretch to his right-hand side. So 2 shots from either side into the side netting to start the second half, and it's showing a lot of promise already.
Yeah, they needed to fill Libby Kakachi's void this season. He's going so well in Belgium that Juventus have made inquiries apparently, although the story was come and play for the under-23s at Juventus. That is not the kind of move Libby Kakachi needs, is it, Robbie?
Better off playing against the men in Belgium.
The advice coming from a man who played against the men in Belgium. Robbie Slater. And here getting forward is Tim Payne. Good surge of speed as well. Big chance, Davila, and he ran into Hoffman. And it's a corner given.
Wow, pinball in the penalty box. So many examples. We saw McGarry with a driving run, positive, and this time it's Payne. Takes on Connor Toole, cuts it back, it's behind Sotirio, and then it's a bit of a pinball. It just wouldn't fall for anyone in a yellow shirt. What a start to the second half.
Just checking on the welfare of Jason Hoffman before this corner is taken. Won't last too long on opening night on New Year's Eve, of course, so he's got a few niggles at the moment. But he'll soldier on. And the header is a beauty. They've hit the woodwork at both ends now. David Ball's header, and now helped on towards goal by Tom Mohamed. And Jack Duncan has it in his grasp, and he's grateful.
Oh, that's extraordinary. What a header. Determination to win this ball. He's out of picture there, but he glances at. He's going for that far top corner, and he so nearly gets it. Watch it. Gets in front of his defender. 2 defenders. Nearly the perfect header, and Sotirio just couldn't readjust to get the ball coming back off the stanchion.
Here they come again. Ball to McGarry. The two who've got the shots away so far in this second half. Davila able to turn. Hoffman's header back into a central area and rebounds away off Devlin. Craig Deans this week, speaking before this game, said luck hasn't been with us so far this season. You think to some of the goals that we've conceded, I think luck is with them today so far.
So far, we can definitely say that.
Nazarene couldn't release Valentino You're in behind. How well is McGarry moving across the ground? Great athlete.
Well, an overseas club picked up Kakache in that position, and well, the replacements, the way he's going, he'll get picked up as well. Fantastic talent.
Has already played in the Dutch top flight, of course, with Willem Twee, son of Mike, Robbie's old adversary on the international stage with New Zealand. Tim Payne's made a great run here. O'Toole just lost his bearings for a moment. Ulysses Davila and Topo Stanley expertly positioned.
Should have slipped in Sotirio there, Davila. And this is where they've got to make it count, Newcastle, when they counter.
Great movement, O'Donovan. Marinovic is stranded. Roy O'Donovan, goal number 50. The 14th man in A-League history to that milestone. And Newcastle are 2 to the good in Wollongong.
Great finish, but Marinovic, what was he thinking? He come out and he's stranded in no man's land. But this is what we said, the counter-attack, they've got to make it count. They certainly do. Marinovic comes out when he shouldn't have. You've got defenders coming back there. O'Donovan probably would have had a strike on goal, but he would have had a better chance. Marinovic flat-footed, and O'Donovan with a perfect finish. Just passes that past Marinovic and into the goal. Another lethal counter-attack from Newcastle.
So he raises the bat, brings up the half-century in game number 108. That is a great goal-scoring record for any striker, just shy of 1 every 2 games. And Ufuk Talay immediately goes to his bench. Redenton off, Clayton Lewis on in an attacking move.
And it all comes again, the chance of that counter-attack is Davila, instead of playing in Sotirio, took on the shot, the rebound came out, and Wellington were all forward. Garkovic in acres of space, able to get his head up. And, you know, we talk about the finish now, Marinovic, certainly a massive mistake from him. But the run from O'Donovan was so clever as well.
Mark Bosnich has been helter-skelter since half-time.
It has, but as a carbon copy of what happened in the first half, and we spoke about that during the first half in this commentary, we spoke about it at half-time, that when you're as a team are on top, which Wellington were again, that's when you can be at your most weakest. Here we go, Watt.
Ball jinking inside. Lewis is forward, the new man. Payne delivers deep. Hammond! Oh, Jack Duncan up again. Hammond was offside, but Duncan wasn't to know. Another super save.
Ball to the back post and powerful header. And Duncan tipping it over his crossbar. Was at a good height for him, but still a very good save.
Offside was actually given much earlier, so it's not for that phase of play. I think it's against Tim Payne, presumably, earlier in the move, if Wellington fans are curious about why they don't have a corner.
Yeah, sorry, gentlemen, we got interrupted there by some good play. But again, coming back to that adage, what we said, you've got to stay switched on even when you are on top. And then look, one through ball. And unfortunately for Marinovic, he made O'Donovan's mind up by coming out like he did. He shouldn't have done that. He knows it. But still, it was a very good finish by O'Donovan. Now they've got it all to do, Wellington, but they've got to stay positive. They're creating the chances.
Any rain falling, was it?
Just enough for me to have an umbrella up because it's going all over my paper as I'm making my notes.
Odegaard clearing the lines.
Well, just looking around the stadium, it's the only umbrella that's up in the whole stadium.
Another scoreline that not many judges would have seen coming. Newcastle without a point to their name after 4 games, but Wellington have had a long time off, 15 days to get ready for this contest. I'm not sure what kind of game you're going to get in the A-League, and that's what we love about it. Unpredictable. Payne dropping it over the top. Bogard and Topo Stanley have been immense at the back. Garkovic, V. Davila. Devlin, the deepest lying midfielder. Clayton Lewis has to drop back on this occasion just to give the team some balance. Very attacking lineup on the pitch now for the Knicks. Free kick is given to them. And they take it quickly for Payne to hang it up, back post, no one there for Wellington.
Oh, the big boys were coming up. They were expecting Davila to take a free kick, so no one was up there.
Lewis. And Bogard can hook it upfield. Devlin brought it down for Davila. And Payne has them at the back post this time if he can deliver. Anywhere will do for Hoffman. Jets under the pump right now as McGarry swings in another one. Katrumbas this time, and Valentino Yule outstanding in these situations. Played his part in the lead up to that O'Donovan goal.
Better concentration from Wellington's defence there. Yule attempting to release O'Donovan, another one of those counter-attacks. Superb execution on both goals from Newcastle's point of view.
Now Hamed punches it out towards Payne. He's had to turn around to retrieve. Now Hamed wants it again. And overhit by the right back.
Yeah, not a fan from crossing from that position there. Payne does very difficult, even if he is good in the air. Hamed, it certainly favours defenders. That kind of ball from that area, 35 metres out, wide on the right.
Mirza Muratovic has scored at this venue this season for Wellington. Lou Fuktale turned to him soon as we edge towards the hour mark, and that shot on target from Sotirio, but Duncan had a good long look at it.
Yeah, a lot of distance, good power in it. Made his mind up early, and Duncan well positioned. You know, Wellington have seen two fly. The Newenov's goal from here. You dare not say to Wellington that Newcastle will be fairly comfortable to see them shooting from distance like that.
Especially down breeze. Catch them. We've already seen this season that the ball can be tough for a goalkeeper to track in flight. Craig Deans has actually summoned Costa Petratos to provide some energy. They are on the quicker backup, of course, 4 days removed from that home defeat against Brisbane. Tim Payne drifting inside this time, linking up with ball. And Hoffman in the road as he tried to bring McGarry into it again. Defended by Newcastle. Hamed thought he'd gotten away with a foul on Thurgate, but the referee with eyes in the back of his head giving the decision. And now is the time for Costa Petratos. Rami Nazarene getting a well-earned rest after his exertions at the start of this season.
Yeah, hasn't been as prominent today. A lot of defensive work for Nazarene, but what you just said's probably right. He probably needs a rest.
So Petratos playing behind the front two of O'Donovan and Yule. Hoffman giving it height, giving Valentino Yule some time. And The assistant says, I think he's offside. I'll let it go for a little while, but give it now. Past the hour mark we go. Not quite on our clock yet, but the clock inside the stadium must have started before that aborted kickoff at the start of the second half. Here's ball. Sotirio. Able to get the nutmeg on Katrumbas. Josh Sotirio to the byline, and Duncan again. He's looking like an imposing figure in goal for the Jets today. Third stint with the club, of course, for Jack Duncan after time in Denmark and Saudi Arabia. Top or Stanley had to get it on his bike. Not the best ball from Connor O'Toole. Here's Lewis, the sub. Davila. Sotirio hit the deck, but didn't get any whistle. Here's Hoffman. He was quoting Sachin Tendulkar, the great philosopher, during the week. Of course, the cricket legend with India. But, he'd seen a quote from the great man. Had Jason Hoffman. And dropped it into his press conference during the week. The spring only coils backwards to propel you forwards. You like that one, Robbie? And seemingly the spring has coiled and thrust them forwards, the Jets, on a couple of crucial occasions today. I'll give you some time to absorb that.
No, I get it. And if you draw inspiration from that, that's fine. Whatever helps you, whatever gives you inspiration, use it.
Both offside here, I think. And now the defender has played at it. Of course, that got some headlines this week, didn't it, in England? So Laws, when he sees that, and he sees two defenders that he's caught in an offside position, shouldn't bother playing at that ball, because then it becomes a risk.
Yeah, because then they're onside.
But as was discussed by pundits during the week in England, that's farcical, that a defender has to weigh up all that. It's a rule or law that might need some tweaking from IFAB, but it will remain the case throughout this season, so stay aware of that one. Here's ball. Can't be offside from a throw. Big chance here for Tim Payne. Oh, nice idea. And couldn't keep it on target, though.
Exactly. Right idea. Low and hard. Skipping across the surface and agonisingly for Payne. Flashes past the far post. Duncan could only watch it. He's unlucky. Had the confidence to take it on first time as well. David Ball with some good work down the left. And another chance from Wellington brings up the 0.
They've had 8 of the 10 shots in this second half, and they're going to add to their attacking arsenal in a moment. A double change pending for Ufuk Taleh's side. Not only Mirza Muratovic, but also the youngster Ben Waine.
Well, I've got another saying for you that's applicable here, Speedy.
Hit me.
We'll just wait for this action.
You're going to get your ducks in a row. Here's Sotirio. Still Sotirio. Great control, Ulysses Davila. That would have been a special goal.
We've so often seen him swivel like that and bury them. And this one, he drags it wide. And they're still going. And they're still trying. They haven't lost their confidence. And that was my saying. That's why I waited for the right moment. The only fight that is lost is the one that is abandoned.
Said the great philosopher Robbie Slater, or someone else?
Not telling.
Anonymous. Again, free kick taken quickly. Not quite ready to make that change. Brilliant move by Ball. Got the nutmeg. Still going David Ball. In the end, the double team won out, but only just Hoffman and Ugarkovic. Casual pass out by Ugarkovic. Could have gone long diagonal towards O'Donovan, but turned that one down. And now Ulisses Davila is into the area, light on his feet. The Mexican playmaker. First time strike from Sotirio. Plenty of numbers in the box for Wellington. Newcastle hanging on a little.
And they've got lots of bodies as well.
Great ball in, and Topo Stanley kept it away from Sotirio. Payne. And Duncan again composed.
Yeah, relieved as well. Tremendous pressure from Wellington in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Let's get down to Bozza again.
Yeah, I can understand what Newcastle are doing. I just think it's too early for them to be doing that. They need to keep foraging forward. The 2 goals have come from that. They can't just park the bus from now until the end of the game, because in my opinion, it's too much of a gamble. Yeah, it may work, but you've seen already the chances keep coming for Wellington. So Newcastle have got to find it within themselves to keep counter-attacking, keep making sure that you're a threat, or else, like I said, it's just a big gamble. You're hoping for the best.
Davila trying the backheel release. Here's what the Jets are waiting for. Moments on the counter-attack like this. O'Donovan was looking for Petratos. A little casual by Devlin. And goal kick or free kick, take your pick.
Yeah, a little bit too casual there, Roy O'Donovan. That was a good situation there for Newcastle again on the break.
Next stoppage, we will see that double change for Wellington. And different the game might have been if this man, De Vere, had been able to power his header past Jack Duncan. The super save was affected by the Jets' shot stopper. And it turned this game. Here's Ball. Again, they're able to affect a double team on David Ball and force him backwards. Interesting to see who Talley withdraws here to bring on the freshman. Laws, some take by Hamed, and the shot may well have been goal bound, but Duncan made the save look easy. Coolly done by De Vere, bringing it down for his central defensive partner, Josh Laws. Here's McGarry, who's been so lively down that left-hand side this half. Valentino Yule lunged in and will go into the book for catching Davila. Studs were a showing, said Alex King. Time for that change.
Just that touch, it goes away from him. Yule thinks he can get there. Clearly going for the ball. It catches him.
So Tomer Hamed is going to come off. Still yet to score in the A-League. And Josh Sotirio's number is up as well. And there is Shunit Hamed. social media superstar, and 3 daughters waving at dad, who's not a happy camper at the moment. He was through one-on-one at the start of this game, and then striking for goal, caught the leg of Nigel Bogart and didn't get the penalty he was after. So Muratovic out on the right. Ben Wayne up top. Can they combine the substitutes? Lewis looking for him. And Katrumbis with yet another header. Clear of that danger zone. Risky header from De Vere. That's a classy ball from Petratos. And the Jets are surging. Ugarkovic unguarded at the back post. O'Donovan, confidence levels high. Couldn't add to his earlier goal.
Yeah, it was on. He can't control his shot. He comes inside and it's open for him to shoot. He's made the half a yard. Another transition. Wasn't a great header on the halfway line from De Vere, and they pounced again. Gets his head up, shapes to shoot, comes inside, opens up, just gets underneath it.
He's being withdrawn now, but what a relief for him to get off the mark this season.
Oh, and, you know, pretty good performance, because he's got a goal, which is what he wanted, but he also got a super assist. And there's the finish. Makes it look easy, but of course, when you haven't got a goal for a while, you know, sometimes those goals can look very, very small.
So a second appearance for Blake Archbold, who made his debut against the Wanderers. Pretty impressive late cameo it was too, for the young man from Cessnock. And the game set up for him to do some damage on the counter-attack with Valentino Yule. Lewis with Payne ahead of him. Ugarkovic slid in, but it stayed in. And Ugarkovic came again. What a player he is. Let that one sail. Hopeful pass from De Vere, who says to Ufuk-Talay, yep, you're right. I should have just gone to Laws and taken the patient approach.
Still go, boys. Plenty of time. Keep going. Keep working.
Sounds of the game. Brucey just working the buttons back in the audio centre. Capturing Ufuk-Talay's rallying cry. Bogard with strength. Devlin can turn and open up the pitch here. Uses Muratovic. Payne was on. Muratovic gets it back. Tried to cut inside Thurgate, who saw what was brewing. There's Archbold. Petratos done some nice things since coming on. Valentino Yule, his energy levels are off the charts. Just keeps on running. Here's Wayne with fresh legs. Scored 1 A-League goal so far in his career. He's had a lot of late cameos in games. Not too many minutes. He was nearly in. Muratovic. Davila. Payne. Back post. Muratovic couldn't turn it home.
I don't know if he sees it late. There's a lot of pace on it from Payne, but it's a chance. They worked it well, didn't they, from one side to the other. Muratovic should be getting something on that.
I reckon he would have been offside, though.
Yeah. He's not to know that. What
about that for a stat? Does that include the the rolling shot from O'Donovan. Is that the ball into the area for Newcastle? Probably is. Marinovic was stranded for that second goal. Take him on is the cry. Maratovic v Topol Stanley, but there's still plenty of life in the old legs yet.
And a lot of experience, just used his body there against the younger player.
Archbold clearly fouled by Devlin. Just the foul, says the referee.
And he takes the runner.
Free kick taken from the wrong spot by Ugarkovic.
It wasn't far away.
And it went square. Topol Stanley now delivers exactly where the earlier free kick went, and we continue. What a stretch from McGarry at this stage of the game, a hamstring tester. Just taking the sting out of the game at the moment, Newcastle, which Craig Deans will be delighted about. Absorbed so much pressure, but they've had a fair spell of possession in the last couple of minutes. And Valentino Yule bends his run cleverly, on for a brace here, and put too much into it.
Yeah, right idea. And doesn't get the execution. Super ball and great play. Petratos and Ugarkovic, quick 1-2 in the middle, and it frees it up. One-on-one with Marinovic. Right idea, but just overhits it. What a chance to make it 3. Game over.
Played onside by Laws, who might have stepped up and prompted the flag instead. Mark Bosnich, you wanted Newcastle to keep on playing, and since that moment when you were saying that, they've had their chances.
That's exactly right, Speedy, and that should have been the game right there. Let's hope, from a Newcastle perspective anyway, they don't come to rue that. But it's exactly what I was asking for before. You can't just sit back from basically 60 minutes on. Well, you can, but you really are taking a gamble. But see, when you keep putting the opposition on the back foot and saying, I'm still going to be a threat, it keeps them in two minds. But Wellington are far from out of this. They've still got the option of really chucking everything, including the kitchen sink at them. That will come up now into the 80 minutes. And they still are creating chances. There's no doubt about that. They just got to keep being positive. Forget about what's going on. Keep being positive. They still can get back in this.
Not too many other options attacking-wise off the bench, though. They've played Maratovic, Wayne and Lewis so far. Left as an option, Liam McGing, Hudson Wahongi and Louis Fenton. I suppose Louis Fenton is the one you could bring on and push others higher up the pitch, but here's Valentino Yule earning a corner for his side. Fantastically done.
Yeah, clever play, breaking down the left. Just waiting, and just played it off Devlin, taking the corner, wasting more minutes.
Just on that speed in terms of the subs, if it gets to 85 minutes and there's still 2-0, it might be time for Newcastle, for Wellington to say, okay, Luke De Vere, you know, or the other centre-back, you go up front.
Saw that the other day with Sydney FC when they brought McGowan on, put him up top. Here's Ugarkovic looking for the tall timber back post. Topol Stanley keeps it alive for Yule. Oh, the bicycle kick from Bogard! And he's denied a collector's item by Marinovic.
And was it the left boot?
It was.
It was extraordinary. And Yule made himself a handful as well. The ball to the back post. Topol Stanley with that duel. Look at that. That's a very good save. So close in. What's this? Bang. Pushes it away. Bogard with what would have been by far the best goal he's ever scored.
And now Hoffman delivers. Bogard! Somehow that header was blocked by a couple of Wellington players. Good win by Archbold. And Bogard, who's had more shots in the last minute than he's had in a game ever. Now they've got some defending to do, Newcastle, and they earn a throw. Mark Bosnich, when Newcastle copped a bicycle kick goal, you said how hard it is for goalkeepers the other week, so that puts the save of Marinovic into perspective.
Just about to interrupt you and say what an outstanding game, keeps his team in the match. Look at that, because when people do a bicycle kick, it comes out of nowhere. There's the last thing you expect as a goalkeeper. You see somebody with their back to goal, and all of a sudden the legs go in the air and the ball's going, usually in the corners. So outstanding save, keeps his team in the match.
Tired touch from Tim Payne.
And they're looking a bit tired, Wellington. And look like they've lost a bit of belief, which is understandable, the amount of chances they've had. It only takes one moment. Mind you, Newcastle could have killed it off by now.
Jason Hoffman reflecting on that pre-season game between these two clubs. They were down 3-0 at one stage, fought back and went down 4-3 in the end, and he felt like they could have scored a stack of goals in that game. 2 looks like being more than enough at the moment. Yule just had his head up, and at that time came an inadvertent touch. Final change coming up for Wellington, and it is indeed Louis Fenton to come on. See what kind of change that means to the formation, if any at all. Might just be for Tim Payne. Can play in either fullback role, of course, Louis Fenton, or further up the pitch if required. Breaks for ball. Turned down, McGarry, and now goes to him. Bogard, back where he does his best work.
And that's seeped into their play in the last 5 or 6 minutes. Just a little bit of belief from Wellington. And even after Roy O'Donovan scored that wonderful second counter, they had chances, ball, that header off the post. Jack Duncan in super form, and since then really it's been Newcastle that really should have killed this game off. If they do hold on now, what a fantastic win this would be for Newcastle, who, as we said before the game, although they'd lost 4 in a row, they'd been in every game. They'd only lost by the odd goal on each occasion. A 1-0 and 3 2-1s. They're not there yet.
So Fenton with fresh legs on the right-hand side. McGarry looks like he's just come on the way he moves. Fenton will get a touch here, found by Lewis. Taking on O'Toole, that's a great cutback. Found Davila, and another block. So many bodies to negotiate for any Wellington strikes at the moment. Devlin, penalty. Archbold has learnt a tough lesson right there, the youngster. He dived in, upended Cam Devlin, and it's an easy decision, the spot kick.
Yep, easy decision. And they had plenty of bodies, and he's going to learn something there. Little return pass from Fenton. And it's just inside the box. Good play from Devlin. Gets there, gets his touch, pushes forward. Archibald knows it.
And they'll just let VAR clarify where the contact occurs, and that's clearly over the line, if not inside, so the penalty will stand, although Topor Stanley, Bogard and co are all looking at the big screen saying, hang on a minute, it's outside, but it's not. But the longer you protest, the more you might put off the penalty taker, Ulysses Davila.
Green lights from the VAR. Wow. If he puts it away, past this man, Jack Duncan, who's seemed unbeatable today. The grandstand finish we'll have.
With 5 minutes of the 90 remaining. Ulysses Davila, with his left boot, scored plenty of penalties last season. This to get off the mark in the new campaign. Takes his time, picks out the bottom corner. Ulysses Davila with a captain's goal, and there's plenty of time to find an equaliser.
Keeps his composure, as you would expect, a player of his class, and Duncan goes the wrong way and dispatches it to the other side. Archibald's got to forget about that, because there's 5 minutes plus injury time to concentrate on.
And the scouting report says that Davila normally goes left. That's why Duncan was diving that way. But he's now converted 6 of his 7 spot kicks in his A-League career. And there are the 2 men involved. Archibald gave the spot kick away. Davila punished him. Another kick-off routine. Archibald, this is the part of the pitch he's more comfortable in. But he was back defending, trying to lend a hand. And Devlin got the better of him there again. Muratovic the target here. What a ball from McGarry. Mirza Muratovic kept out by Duncan.
First touch is a little bit heavy. What about the ball that finds him? Goes over the head of Topo Stanley, and he can't just cushion it properly, and it goes too far in front of him and gives the defender. Connor O'Toole did so well to get back across and scramble it away.
Tempo is high. Devlin clips one. Hoffman heads clear. Newcastle are hanging on the wrong end of 2-1 scorelines in their last 3 outings. Now can they finish on the right side of it? O'Toole used his right boot. Didn't go too far though, the clearance. Here's Fenton. And Bogard works his angles to prevent any corner, but Lewis keeps it alive. Fergate puts it into the stands. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. O'Toole looking for Yule. Brilliant hold-up play by the inexperienced striker, and it'll come back for the foul on Jugarkovic. Great refereeing. Yellow card is out as well for Fenton.
Plays this one, and yeah, that's late. That hurts. Mistake they made there, Wellington, and the throw-in should have gone back, and they should have kept comfortable possession there, and they gave it to Davila, who screamed for the ball, and it really wasn't in. It was on. It was too tight. Jugarkovic, the warrior, is up. Takes a lot for him to stay down.
What are you sensing now, Bozza?
Well, strap yourselves in, like Robbie said, and put your seatbelts on, as we're going to have a grandstand finish. I can sense 2 things. Number one, I'm right next to the Newcastle bench, so obviously the urgency's increased. They obviously got that look on their face, thinking to themselves, just like some of the players were, you know, we were that far from basically making it 3-0 now. We're probably going to have to face a corner like in stoppage time at 2-1. So this is going to be a grandstand finish, and I'm telling you what, for me, Wellington are far from out of this.
McGarry, one of the best on the pitch right throughout the game. And Lewis with the no-look pass, and it showed a little. Fenton forced backwards by O'Toole. They spoke this week about winning your individual battles, the Newcastle Jets. Can they win their fair share down the stretch here? Topo Stanley trying to win one against Muratovic, but a little over-eager from behind. Good spot for a set piece. And Lewis and Davila are both interested. Duncan sorting out his one-man wall that is Connor O'Toole. Brings Archbold in to make it 2. Lewis hangs it up, free header, and Duncan, aware of his angles, let it sail wide.
Well, it's a very good chance because it's a free header. And that one, you've got to head it back across the goal. Ball flighted in, not a lot of pace on it. And if he heads that back towards the goal, heads it towards that near post, missed by quite some distance. 4 minutes they've got Wellington. And Newcastle have got 4 minutes to hold on. And of course, for Craig Deans, that 4 minutes will seem like an eternity, but for Ufuk Talay, it will go by in the blink of an eye.
That was Ben Wayne with the header ahead of Josh Laws. Couldn't test Duncan. And now Archbold, can he make amends and restore the 2-goal cushion here? Valentino Yule turns to space cleverly. Hoffman surging forward, used by Ugarkovic. Petratos charged down by Laws at some cost. Sucking in the big ones in his own penalty area right now, Josh Laws. Quarter of the way through stoppage time. Maratovic full of running. He's dragged Topol Stanley a long way from goal. Now Davila. Devlin. Tried to get the intricate passing going.
Too many bodies, they need to spread it. It's too narrow.
Topol Stanley right into the back of Maratovic.
Newcastle camped on the edge of the penalty box.
Here's Lewis able to turn. Bogard heads clear. They'll eat that kind of service up. Petratos got there on the half volley. He can play in Yule. He took too long.
The first intention was there. Played straight away. He was through one-on-one. Oh, what has Marinovic done?
Giving it straight back to Ugarkovic. And Yule is going to be offside again here. Flag goes up early and swiftly this time, but it's play on for the Knicks. And they're preparing a time-wasting substitution here, Newcastle, just to slow things down. Tete Yengi. Perhaps for Valentino Yule. As Yule is getting further and further away, but the referee can still send him off at the nearest point. And number 17 is up on the board. And Yule will try and come this way. Not sure how much joy he'll have. Alex King is going to let him come the long way home. Cam Devlin didn't like the way Valentino Yule went about it. Bit of gamesmanship on display. And it will all add to stoppage time that will be nearer 5 than 4 now. And Valentino Yule, another goal, 3-3. It's a hand from the coaching staff. And learning plenty about the game, the striking game under Daniel McBreen, one of Craig Dean's assistants. Hoffman the target here to try and win that flick on. Yengi getting involved.
Leave it.
Bit of space here on the right-hand side. What can Wellington do with it? Maratovic for Fenton. First time delivery is special. Bogard cut it out in the middle. Archbold caught late. The referee was happy with that one. Throw in taken quickly by De Vere. Time ticking away from Wellington, but there is still a little bit left. Ball chases, Duncan comes. And Jack Duncan doesn't deserve to be on a side that doesn't get all 3 points today. He's had his best game since returning to the club.
Yeah, he was brilliant, particularly in that first half, and he's had moments in the second half. And they haven't really used the ball well in injury time, Wellington. And you just get the feeling that might get one last attack.
Alex King, a little glance at his watch. The length of time of that substitution is what is being added to the initial 4. Did that strike the arm of Devlin? Doesn't matter now. The Newcastle Jets are on the board. First points of the season earned by strikes from Valentino Ewell and Roy O'Donovan, who celebrate on the bench. The defence under the pump throughout much of the second half held on. And no A-League team loses 5 games in a row to start any season. That stat remains intact. Great result for the Jets, while Wellington have just 1 point out of the first 9 available and have lost both of their home games at this venue here in Wollongong. Thrilling game. The sensational start to the A-League season continues. Full-time Newcastle 2, Wellington 1. Enjoyable game, Robbie.
It certainly was, full of intensity again, and you know, it swung with that penalty to Wellington. They looked dead